All right, guys, so this is something that's really, really sad because this building right here could not be repaired. It's been damaged so significantly from this hurricane that they're going to tear it down. And pounded and pounded and pounded and forced all this stuff back in here. You look at this and you say, okay, well, there's nothing in here salvageable. Okay, I would say that there will be. Could you imagine if you were driving down the street right now? What the heck? And if you look over here at this frame they built here, this is holding up the corner of the building, pretty much making it safe. They thought they could put this building back together. Talking to Dennis, who walked us through yesterday, it's just not even in the ballpark. So they would literally have to tear the building down and then rebuild the whole building. So it's not something that they're going to do. This building was taking the hit directly from the water coming in off of the Gulf. For 10 hours, it got beat. So he was up there on that third floor. Dennis was telling me about that, and he said he was still getting water splashing up into his unit. Wait till you see the holes that this thing put into this concrete building. Let's go over here and take a look at this pool. Where we're at on the island, right over here is Publix. So we're about as middle of the island as you can get. That's the force of a hurricane on a pool. Can you imagine that? That pool it's been undermined, it's been lifted, it dropped, it cracked, it's in two pieces. Oh my God, just the force of that. So this building right here, if you look underneath here, look at how it undermined the parking underneath it. And then look up there, that's a unit. I mean, the hurricane was so powerful that it broke through the concrete up 11 feet. Now look all through the bottom of this whole building here. Let's walk through here. We're wondering about, is it safe to be in this unit up here? Look at that. Do you think that's safe? Definitely not. All right, let's walk around this way, stay out of underneath that. But that's another piece that's going to come apart, and that's just caused by the force of the hurricane. We like this. This is all going to be scrap metal, one of our scrap metal videos in the future. This is all going to be taken out. We'll use it for scrap. But look at this. Over here, the hurricane literally came in and it forced all the dirt out all the way down to the footers. And those footers are typically dug 2 to 3 to 4 feet down. So that's the footers of the building right there. And it's been undermined to that. The parking surface here and the whole thing is all gone. Look at these big structural members they put in here to kind of hold up the corner of the building. You look right here, look at the crack. See the crack there? They recognized that the building was in a bad situation, so they firmed it up. Now we're going to tear this complete building down. We have to get some special equipment in here because it's so tall. Colton will do the tear down on this one. So, all right, you guys ready?
Do it.
Let's see what happened upstairs. All right, so look at this right here. This gray matter, when it's wet, it's so slick, it's kind of like being on ice. When I was walking in my house after the hurricane, I had to really be careful to not fall down because it gets so slick. I guess it's the soot from the bottom of the ocean or something. But that was all over my house. And they shoveled this into a pile here. So be careful coming up here, guys. There's no lights or anything. All this stuff here, all this debris, this is all from the hurricane beating these buildings apart. So if you look here, look, it knocked the drywall off of here. It turned all this stuff upside down and inside out, completely dismantled this kitchen. The windows are gone. Those are hurricane impact windows and they could take a beating. So those are gone. Look at what it did to the drywall. So this is what it would really look like if you showed up here like 5 minutes after the hurricane hit. And this is devastating. This is also the corner that has been supported from down below. Whoa. Get close enough to that to show that. Your added weight can make that go. So this building right here is cracked in half. So I weigh 300 pounds, man. Walking over there is not a good idea. So, all right, this is what it looks like. So the water just pounded and pounded and pounded and pounded and forced all this stuff back in here. So this has never been touched since the hurricane. So these people, what they've done is they've decided that they're just going to take the insurance money that they're going to get, and then they're going to sell the complex and they're going to divide it all up. Dennis was this, he didn't have no place to go. For almost a year, he was in a bad situation. He had no car and no place to live. Now he has a roommate, which he didn't particularly want to have. So let's go into this one back here. Okay, same situation. But I want you to notice something laying on the floor here. You see this? This was the wall holding up the hurricane doors that were right here at the edge of that patio, and it's all the way back here. So the hurricanes were, let's say this is the day of the hurricane. That hurricane is actually forcing water into this building and forcing it out the other side. All right, we only have 4 units on each floor, so here we go. So back into this one, same old thing. I mean, it literally dismantled this whole place. Notice something here. These are the hurricane windows. And the hurricane windows themselves are not here. So what happened to them? Did they get blown out first and they're underneath this pile? You know how hard it is to get hurricane windows off of the frames. I mean, you got to use a sledgehammer and a lot of effort to do that. Here's that mucky stuff I was talking about. This was all throughout every house on the beach. This gray matter, when it's wet, it's very slick. It's kind of like being on ice. Look at the wall in here. Look at the wall. What would you do if you were sleeping and that happened? Let's talk about hidden gems, okay? Yeah. So you look at this and you say, okay, well, there's nothing in here salvageable. Okay, I would say that there will be, okay? Here's what we would salvage out of this unit, okay? We would salvage that granite. That's got the right color. The granite over there, it's a nice rectangular piece. It's something that could be reused. These pieces here will end up in a metal dumpster. This stuff that's on the floor, that'll all be recycled as aluminum. There are things hanging on the walls in here that are going to take this getting wet one time just fine. So, but all the other appliances and stuff, those will all be trash. Now these things are going to have stuff in them too. These are storage closets, but this one is exploded so much from the water that I can't get it open. Okay, come on down here. Now this is the one when we were downstairs that had the hole in the floor. This floor right here in the middle is in bad condition and nobody should be in here because of that. So this is completely and totally unsafe to be in. I got to make sure the guys don't come in here. All right, let's go ahead and head upstairs. So on that last unit, we won't repurpose anything out of there just because we don't want to take a chance of somebody getting hurt. You know, I've done a lot of structural repair stuff in my lifetime. I'm very confident about the structural integrity of this building to handle us being in it long enough to get this stuff out of here. That one corner down there and the other corner, we're not going to have anybody in those units. All right, so here's the sad. It's sad because people lost all their, you know, it's sad because of that. But from a repurposing standpoint, the positive thing is we're not going to take all this stuff to the dump. We're gonna come back and we're gonna find homes for the linens. I'm gonna be stocked up for toilet paper for 5 years. We're gonna get all the things that are in here that don't need to go to the landfill, and we're going to get them out of here. We'll either do something with Integrity Church or the Baptist Church down here. Okay, so let's go down here and we'll start down here at this far left and we'll walk through, we're going to walk through every one of these units. Okay, here's one of the storage lockers. Okay, this one These are the kind of storage lockers I really like, because most likely you see those door closer things, that's what's in these boxes. If they're not all rusted up, those are like $150 a piece. So on eBay, it's $100. So each one of those boxes is full of stuff that was put here to stock up that they're never going to use again. So we'll try to put those to play. So, all right, let's see, is it locked? Is it locked? Is it locked? It's locked.
I don't have a crowbar.
I didn't bring the keys. Come on, let's go down the other end. You ready, Hudson? Yeah, that staircase you can't get down, just so you know. Okay, so here we are. This one right here. Okay, it's a couple days after the storm. You want to do something, right? This is what happens. So these guys came in here and they stripped this one out. So it's probably their own unit, and they probably figured out, hey, you know, we're just gonna put it back together, okay? So what do I see when I see a unit like this? You know, you might say, well, you're not gonna get anything. Well, no, here's what I see, okay? Hot water heater, muy bueno. Copper piping, muy bueno. Window, hurricane window. And looking at the door hardware, these aren't 4 or 5 years old. They're probably not 3 years old. Same thing, hurricane window. So hurricane window, hurricane window, hurricane window, hurricane window, hurricane window, hurricane window. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a slider set. So that can be some money, okay? Now this is a nice thing here. This is really cute, really interesting, but we can't sell them. So let's do something fun with this, okay? All right, little glass breakage.
Glass therapy.
There we go. Okay, so these HVAC systems in this place are really not very old, but all the outside units are gone. They're not on the roof here. I went up there to look, and they're not on there. Actually, we looked at it on the drone. They're not up there. All right, let's do this next one. All right, we're looking for some hidden treasures here. Let's see what we got. All right, this one's kind of dark. All right, so same thing. People came in on this one and got the little things that they wanted out of here. This is, again, is the third floor. The third floor got little splashes of water, but they didn't get anything in here. This is a cool little radio box. I've sold these multiple times in the past. Typically, I can get, you know, 50 bucks for those. We won't take this, it's just too old. Nobody wants those anymore, and at least not in our marketplace. These are pretty nice. Now, looks like this one's gotten a little water on it. Have to see it in better light. But these are expensive. So, and I gotta make sure there's no mold on them. In here, let's take a look in here. So, what do I see in here? Okay, this is ruined by the water. You see it delaminating, so we won't do that. Hey, Sepio, hold on to that for me. All right, so in here, that's what we're at. We're back to windows, and we'll probably take the hot water heater. We'll take this day bed. We'll take this. We'll take this. And what we're going to do with a lot of this stuff is we're going to use it to stock our Reuse It Pros warehouse in Sarasota. So we're going to move a lot of this stuff up there. We're buying a 24-foot box truck right now, so we could start transporting stuff from here up to there. We're out of storage space here, so we're just going to stock this next location. All right, that's it. So they already took the stove. They already took the refrigerator on this one. So come on in this one. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, for the hidden gems in this one, right off the bat, we got a refrigerator and a stove. We got a microwave. Microwave 50 bucks, 200 bucks for that, probably 150 bucks for the stove. There's a lot of things in here, but a lot of this stuff is 1980s. I may or may not take some of the stuff like this. I don't know what sells in the Sarasota marketplace. I probably will go ahead and take a lot of this stuff instead of throwing it away. In here you have some chairs and some beach stuff. That definitely would sell. And again, a lot of this stuff is going to end up going to the thrift store. Like all that stuff in there is all great thrift store stuff. In here, that hot water heater we'll take. We will not take the vanity. These are, this color means like 1990s, which is, it's just too old, and nobody wants those colors anymore. The lamp, I don't know, I've seen them coming back in style. These are pretty cool. The table's kind of dry rotted, but these are pretty cool. We'd probably take those. Now this is something, if you're thinking about going into our business, this is something you don't want to do. TV stands are a no bueno. No bueno, no bueno, no bueno. And some of these TV stands, they cost, not this one, but some of them cost $1,800. So Airbnb booty right here. So something like that, if you're doing the junk removals part of what we do, or you're going to do the repurposing, you don't want to waste your time with stuff like that. There's too much good stuff to mess with that. Now this in here, very cool stuff. So somebody's flying over with, you want to go out there to the window where you can see it? So fun part of living on the beach, that's somebody in a little parachute driven by an air fan. Okay, now this stuff right here, this is a distressed looking stuff. It is very high quality. It's nice. It would sell like crazy. I don't know about the headboard. Headboards don't seem to be in, but this is a nice set. Something I might be able to get $300 or $400 or $500 for. And here's a stackable washer and dryer. We could sell them all day long. Normally about $299. So this one, not bad. Not a grand slam, but not bad. The door is locked, so we are going to modify the window. Sepio,
Yeah.
come here and open this up for me. Use your strong fingers. You just gotta unlock it. All right, good job. Don't get cut. All right, here we go. Drum roll. Because some of these are going to be nice. I guarantee you, some of them is going to be nice. Okay, so what do I see when I come in here? Okay, this has been updated, but they didn't spend a lot of money doing it. So we're going to take the dishwasher, the stove, refrigerator, the microwave, the washer and dryer, all that stuff's going to come with us. The washer and dryer is pretty nice. So I come in here and I look at this furniture, very coastal, not crazy old, but not crazy old. Definitely something we're going to take with us. We won't take that. If you noticed here, well, it looks like it was exploded. It's not. Window, slider, and in here, yeah, we'll take these with us as well. These are nice coastal colors. I like these lamps. Those will sell. We got this pretty little thing. And then this kind of stuff here, a lot of times we'll just take it and sell it, or we'll take it and we'll use it in our Airbnbs. Let's see what else we got in here. Okay. All right, in this situation, we're gonna get so much stuff that we're not gonna mess with this. We normally would mess with getting that. We would sell it for like 120 bucks, maybe $200. Oh my God, look at this. Look at that. And these are all from here. Those are the kind of shells that you find actually on our beach. So yeah, we'll take this stuff too. Normally, if we just had our warehouse right now, we would say no. Since we're gonna stock this new warehouse, we will definitely take this stuff. And I think that's pretty cool. What do you think? That's pretty cool. So this, I'm gonna grab, get a set view to take this down, put it in the, Angie loves these shells. This, muy bueno, muy bueno, muy bueno. That's something that I get excited about. These pictures and this thing right here, these are nice finds. That's it for this floor. Let's talk about this for a second. So you look at all these buildings down here, and there's a certain amount of them that have been rebuilt, and they've gotten along very quickly. Okay, those people started early, got a hold of the contractors early. Here's the things that keep you from getting opened up. The elevator companies, there's only so many elevator companies. There's only so many elevators available, so they have to be made. So what happens when you have a building like this and you're going to rebuild it, that's a key component. That's a problem. The other thing is the fire systems. So when something catastrophic happens like this, they make them update the fire suppression systems in the whole building because they're making major updates. Anytime you got fire or public safety involved, they take these opportunities to get things upgraded. So this building, the roof failed too. Structure failed, roof failed. Big deal. Kind of kills the chance of it being rebuilt. So that's what's going on with that. The other thing is getting the electric brought back in. When they bring the electric back in, they bring it up to code and bring in electric stuff or plumbing stuff or other mechanical stuff like elevators and fire suppression systems, bringing them up to code. It's not like you're spending an extra 50 bucks. They're huge numbers. And they make stuff like this happen. They make big buildings like this have to be torn down. So if we didn't have all the rules, this building, let's say this was the 1960s, they would just repair this building, you know, and then that would be it. And then it probably would be safe too, but they would do it.
Then you have what happened in Miami.
Well, what happened in Miami is, what happened with that is they saw the cracks, they saw the structural problems. They just didn't realize how significant they were. They were everywhere, and they ignored them. So what happens with the HOAs is they have World War III going on all the time. There's guys that don't want to spend any money. There's guys who want to keep up with the maintenance. But what ends up happening typically is the guys that don't want to spend any money win. So what happens is the buildings get a little bit worse and a little bit worse and a little bit worse. And then next thing you know, something like this happens, and now they're not counting the problems you got, they're also counting all the deferred maintenance on it. So if a building like this has got stress cracks all over it, there's a reason for that. It's settling or it's coming apart. The problem with being on the beach, the saltiness of the air or the acidic air, what happens is it eats everything. I mean, it eats everything. It eats the aluminum. It eats the paint off the aluminum. It eats the aluminum itself. It eats, if you take this stuff apart, when we're pulling it apart, you pull a piece of concrete apart and you look at the rebar and it's dust. It's such a big problem. Everyone wants to ignore it. The next thing you know, you have something catastrophic happen, like maybe a little bit of settlement in one corner, and then the whole building falls down. And they're not allowing that anymore. So now these buildings, for the first 25 years, you're fine. You don't have to do anything. After at the 25-year mark, you have to have major structural and building integrity inspections done. That's done by a third party who's not going to take any risk that you might take as a condominium association because you don't want to pay for it. So what's going to happen is these older buildings, guess what's going to happen? $1 million repairs. Well, this is 21 units. What's $1 million repair? What's $1 million divided by 21 units? It's a lot of money. You know, most people they don't have that money. So what's that going to do to the condo prices? I don't know. Then there's legislature that just went through that said you cannot defer maintenance anymore. So you can't do it. So now how they're going to mitigate that or how they're going to do that, I don't have any clue how they're going to do that because these guys are self-governing. So Mary, this is really cool about this building. You see that? It has a garbage chute. So when this place was built, this was the bomb. You didn't have to take your garbage down the steps, or the elevator. You could just throw it in the rubbish chute. That's very cool. All right, let's go. Which way? We just came to this floor?
Yeah, we just came.
Okay, let's go this way. All right. Drum roll, please. This could be good. I'm just seeing this. I'm excited about that particular item. All right, so I see some cool stuff in here. All right. Okay, so these right here, I've sold 100 of these in 17 years. They sell like crazy, normally get $200-300 for them. Does this one have the red on the bottom? If it has the red on the bottom, that means it's something authentic and somebody spent a big chunk of change on that. I forget what they're called. If you look at these stools, those are cool, those are up to date, they're not really expensive. Now this is one of those situations where this is an old, never been updated unit. The refrigerator's old, cabinets are old, dishwasher's like 25 years old. So a lot of this stuff has not been updated. It's got some cool features, and like this will be sellable today. The lamps maybe. This stuff here, no way, no how. No way, no how. Now this out here, this lanai furniture, that's definitely sellable. We'll probably just take that to our shop. That'll sell pretty quick. And then in here, you're starting to see some of the roof damage being shown through. And this is what, the 4th floor or 5th floor? Remember we were talking about before about something that's really amazing and that you end up tearing down? Let's say you go in the junk removal business, you show up and you're like, these people are like, I need to get rid of this, you know, how much? And you're like, a lot, because I got to get it out of here and I got to get rid of it. Well, they're like, well, somebody will want that. No, they won't. You know how many of these we've taken a hammer to or crushed up with a bobcat that are that amazing that were probably, some of them I know, I looked them up before they were, this is not one, but it was hooker furniture, $3,500 for a cabinet. And we're taking a sledgehammer to it. So it really sucks. So things change. Things go on, time marches on. Some people have been repurposing these and putting a closet rod in them. This is one you probably could get away with that on this one because it's got drawers in it. We won't mess with this at all. We will take this stuff though. We will take all that stuff, and this will end up probably in Sarasota in somebody's Airbnb or new house or something. Okay, in the bathrooms, nothing here, man. They're just no bueno. So on the YouTube channel this morning, we got a comment from a lady, and I never thought about this before, and we haven't been doing this. A lot of these towels and stuff, we use them for our Airbnbs, but a lot of them, we don't do anything with them because we just don't have enough, or they're not the right colors or whatever. So what we're gonna do, we're animal advocates. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start taking that stuff and giving them like a pickup truck load and taking it over to the shelters, the dog shelters. We'll find somebody in our group that's loving that stuff and get them to do it for us. Okay, so this is an armoire that would sell, although it won't sell readily. It will sell though, because it's really an armoire. This furniture in here, this will be right on the edge of something that you would keep. Here's what happens on the coastal stuff. You see the dry air, if you feel this, it's really rough. You need to oil your furniture if you're at least this close to the ocean, because it dries everything out. So we got more pool noodles up there in the closet. That's always exciting. We got some stuff we can donate here. Nothing's gonna go in that kitchen or in that bathroom there. So let's see if we got a washer and dryer in here. Yep, we got a washer and dryer. We'll take those, even if they're older.
Oi, você fez alguma coisa no cabelo? Oh.
So let's see if we got a washer and dryer in here. Yep, got a washer and dryer. We'll take those, even if they're older. All right, on to the next one. Okay, here, this is another situation where the people who own this probably said, hey, let's get in here and get something done. So they got their carpet out, they cleaned out a lot of stuff, or this was up for sale or something like that because it's empty. So we'll get the refrigerator, a stove, microwave, the dishwasher, this washer and dryer stackable. Look at this furniture in here. Wow. Okay. Mitigate the mold on it. But this stuff is extremely expensive furniture. So it is made in China, so it's not crazy expensive furniture, but it's heavy, good quality, so that will take. And people ask about, what do you do about mold? Chlorine kills mold, period, okay? That's it. You know, people can jump up and down, scream and yell, and make all these different accusations, so that will wipe it all down, then we'll spray everything on it, and it'll kill it. Chlorine will kill you. It kills everything. That's what they've been using forever. If you've been around in Florida and you talk to all the old timers, when you talk about, okay, what do I do before I put my walls back up? Chlorine. It kills it. You can actually spray chlorine on mold and you can hear it very faintly killing it. And I know that sounds weird, but it's true. All right, and it works because we have renovated a bunch of stuff and it doesn't come back. Okay, so this cool color on the countertops, something that we possibly could use, but it is Korean. I don't know. Probably won't mess with it. We know it's a space problem. With a lot of space, yes. Okay, nothing in here, nothing in there. All right, so on to the next one. So these cabinets here, probably, if they're not the original cabinets, actually they're not the original cabinets. These are nice cabinets. These are really nice. We may take this kitchen. We may take this kitchen. We'll have to see. So, all right, on to the next one. Another storage locker. Somebody actually cleaned this one out. Okay, come on. We got to find one that's got a bunch of nice stuff in. Oh, this looks good. You see that? This looks good. This looks up to date. Oh, and I can get me a, oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. This is,
Say it.
I'm sorry it happened to you guys, but thank you. Winter chicken dinner on this one. This is winter chicken dinner. So this one, we will take the kitchen out. We'll take the appliances out. We'll take the pantry area out. We'll take this island, all this furniture. That furniture there, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking in my mind, one of our Airbnbs needs some updated furniture. I'm thinking the Redfish needs updated couches, so we'll take that and put it in there. Look at those pictures. Look at this lamp. Is that a cool lamp? What do you think about that, Kenny?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff in this one.
All right, look at that. That's cool too. Oh man, look at this. So we got some really nice stuff in here, along with the windows and the doors. Somebody's updated this. These are updated doors. These are expensive. Like 250 bucks a piece instead of the 199 or the $300 doors. Look at this. Look at this in here. We'll definitely take the vanity. We'll definitely take the shower doors on this one. Okay, so that vanity we'll definitely keep. And look at the furniture in here. This is really nice stuff. So this is all nice stuff. This is all gonna end up in Sarasota. All of this stuff here. So we'll take this whole thing. Here you go. Hey guys, what do you think?
Ooh.
Let's see how it bounces. All right.
Uh-oh.
Sepio, I need a hammer. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can hit Hudson's car with this.
Hit the red car.
Hit the red car? How about we hit Sepio's car?
It's already got damage.
Huh? Could you imagine if you were driving down the street right now? What the?
It'd be great if it went in it.
Woo! All right, up to the next one. We're on the 5th floor. All right, another one that has good potential. This looks like, yep, it's got some nice coastal stuff in it. Oh! Gotta keep your priorities straight. Okay. I mean, look at this. Is that nice or what? I like that.
Yeah.
That would look good on one of the Airbnb walls. There's another beautiful one. All right, winter chicken dinner. This is another really good one. It's not as good as that last one, but it's very good. So let's look at these cabinets, see if they're worth messing with. These are probably 1990s, but they're high quality. So we will take this. So this whole kitchen's gonna come. You got this cute little thing right here. That'll come. Got the washer and dryer, the refrigerator. Let me get out of your way. Okay, so what do I see? Here's what I see, okay? You know, 17 years of doing this junk stuff. So here's what I see. If it's blue, like this, probably worth some money. Blue like this, probably not worth some money. Probably made in China and you got it at Home Depot, or not Home Depot, but Walmart. I see these things. These are things that my wife will love. I like the little Nantucket well. This furniture, this would sell. This would sell. This would sell. This stuff would sell for sure. Now, if you notice this, again, you're into this blue stuff. When it's blue like that or red, and you're selling stuff like that on eBay, it's probably worth some money. Those could be worth $200 or $300 a piece, okay? There's another one over here. You just really want to look at the bottom. Okay, this is made in China, but this is made in China a long time ago. Otherwise, it's just going to have a sticker on it. So this was probably, I don't know, they're all over the place, but like this right here, I don't know. Let's pour this out. It's really light. Yeah, so this is a knockoff. In other words, it's something made to be look very expensive, but they didn't do this. This wasn't something that they normally did. So this is not going to be worth much. Somebody's going to want that, but it's not worth much. Now look at this over here. This kind of stuff here can be worth, it can be worth significant money. It can be worth nothing. Okay. I would say this is probably not worth much. Mainly because it doesn't have the bottom in it. And without the bottom in it, guess what? I can't tell. It doesn't have the red markings on it, which tells you that it's from that era, or it's from that. So same thing here. Okay, same thing here. These are all, they're simulations made to look like the stuff that's really, really expensive. Okay, so yes. TV stands in the general sense? No, but that one, yes. Okay, we'll take this stuff here too. This is stuff that's gonna sell. It's kind of timeless. This stuff's been around since forever. You see them everywhere. You see them where they're 5 years old. You see them making them now. You know, there's a lot of this wicker stuff. Some people are still into the wicker stuff. Anything that says beach on it is going to be a winter chicken dinner. That's got a closet system. No, we won't mess with that. And this stuff in here, same thing. What do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the top at least. Yeah,
we'll definitely take the top. So this top, if you can get in here and take a look at it, that's been an update. That is an older cabinet set. So that's that for this room. I need to keep bringing that hammer with me. Home goods. Okay, now look at this. This stuff is crazy expensive. If you bought that in a store, that there's a place called Oceans something or other in Alamorado, this would be $300-400 bucks. Personal items. All right, let me have the hammer. Dude, we should take those shower doors. Are you selling shower doors?
What?
Well, you haven't been doing it again for a little bit. All right, you ready? Ready?
Yep.
God. Oh my God, my ears. Maybe earplugs too. All right, so back in here, this is all nice stuff we're gonna take. Got another piece of coral, which I love, and Angie loves. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to this one next. And then the next, and then the next. Okay, so this, along the lines, okay, made in China again. So not really worth a lot. And when I say made in China that way, what I mean is this. It's different because this stuff's all made in China. But if it's got made in China, you see the little sticker? That means it's been made in China since they started making little stickers.
Hey, you're bleeding on this side.
Am I?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the demo guy. All right, you got it. Looked like it was a small cut right about the top of your ear and it ran all the way down, but you're good.
It's all good.
Brand new.
All right. So would you keep these cattails? What do you think?
No. Cut it in half and make it a toilet paper roll.
What if we do it that way? Nobody will ever know. See what we got here? Bleach. Microbiome. All right, where glasses are here. Yep. Okay. These windows here are, you see how they're gray? They are hurricane rated, but the difference in these hurricane rated doors, these are tempered. And I'll show you what the difference is. The tempered glass, when you're dealing with a tempered glass, it doesn't break the same way. So the new hurricane glass, now these were built as hurricane windows, okay? You could tell by the reinforcement here and here. But watch what happens with the glass when you break it. Okay, so that's tempered glass. Hurricane glass today, come up closer, listen. Listen to it. Can you hear it? Okay, tempered glass today, or hurricane glass today, it's tempered like this, then it's got a plastic in the middle, and it's tempered again. Some of them have multiple layers. Some of them have gas in between them. So this right here was sold to these guys as hurricane rated windows. What this is really just safety glass. It's safety glass so that if it does break, it's not going to get you. You might get a bunch of little tiny cuts, but you're not going to get cut in half like you would like if you're carrying a mirror out. So that's why we don't let the guys carry mirrors out or carry stuff like this out. Because let's say you're carrying that out and somebody touches the corner on an elevator, it becomes 900 pieces of little glass now, all at 2 seconds, and you're holding it. So that's why we don't want our guys carrying that stuff. So this stuff here it's really cool. So watch this. I'm gonna throw the hammer. Tell you how powerful glass is. Now we got a 50-50 chance that this is gonna actually bounce off and come right back at us. So I'm gonna throw it like this so it angles to the wall. You guys ready?
Yep.
Isn't that something? That's how powerful the windows can be when they're tempered. They can take that. Now, how many hits will it take to get through there? I don't know. Or how forceful will I have to throw it? Here we go again. That probably weakened the glass, the first hit. Ain't that something? All right. 2, this is 3. That took a lot of effort to get through that. So this stuff does protect you. It doesn't protect you like the current hurricane glass, which is wildly expensive. Okay, this whole unit, most everything in here has been taken out of it. These are old. They're real old. This right here, if it was in a garage, we would just take it. Since it's up here, we're not going to do it. It's going to. We don't have any elevators to work with here, so when the guys are loading this building out, it's up and down the stairs all day long. That's a lot of up and down the stairs. All right, off to the next one. I'm up here, I meet one of the owners here. He's giving me the keys to the building and giving it over to us to go ahead and do our demo and to do our repurposing. So he tells me, he says, yeah, I was using the keys and I had a master key for every unit in here. Well, when we got to this unit, didn't have any keys. So talk about HOA issues. So apparently, whoever owned this unit, and if you're watching this, hi, we don't care what you did, but what happened is they wouldn't let them in this unit. They asked them if they could combine the units, and apparently the HOA told them they could not. So now let's see what happened. The HOA's not been in this unit in apparently years and years and years. Okay, you walk in here, okay, this is a unit. Now if you notice in all the other units, there's no wall like this in them. Now watch, come back here, okay? All right, so at this point right here, you see how thick this door is? That's because this is a cinder block firewall. It's supposed to keep these things separated. So what they did is they cut a hole in the wall and they attached that other unit to this unit, okay? Without the HOA's approval, which, I mean, I don't know if you've watched a lot of our videos. We don't really like to follow them kind of rules either. But so anyway, that's interesting. Kind of a little bit of dialogue, but look at this in here. So they got a really super cool stove situation. That's a nice dishwasher. And I guess this is an under counter. I don't know if it's a convection oven. Yeah, it's a microwave drawer. Yeah, very cool. Now this right here, it's dark brown. Can't sell it here. If we were in Denver or if we were in another market up north, I'm sure we could sell it with no problem. So look at all these boxes in here. So we'll put these to use when we're carrying stuff down. Hey, looky there. There's glass. There's glass. Come this way. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Wow! Okay, now let's look at the really cool features of this place, okay? These doors, crazy expensive. Crazy, crazy, crazy expensive. So this is a 4-door in this direction. It comes to a corner. And you bring this other one over here to the other corner. And you've got a hurricane rated connection that'll take crazy amount of wind. You hear that glass? Come over here.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy? That's fun. Yeah, and actually if you watch it real close, they're popping everywhere. They're popping everywhere. You see them? You see them moving around? ASMR, right? Here you go. This is the fun part of this one. Guess what that looks like? Okay, let's say you're at a dinner party with these guys and you're one of the board members and you don't know about that other unit. Well, guess what? Hey, let me go get I need some new socks. So this is like a hidden passageway in a way. So look at this view. So this is what the Caloosahatchee does to us. Look out there, you see the difference in the watercolor? When the Caloosahatchee is filthy and sending all the stuff down the river over there, this is what we end up with on Fort Myers Beach. It's why we don't have the beautiful clear water. All right, so let's go back over here. So kind of fun to hide your whole other unit behind a mirrored door. So this was probably their office. Not really anything in here that we're going to take out. We will take out these French doors. French doors sell very well, especially when they're in nice condition. We get to bring the frames back with them. So what do you think about that? Still can't sell that stuff, can we?
What, the shower door?
Yeah.
No.
This door right here is, you see the hardware on here? This is relatively new. This couldn't be 2-3 years old. Very nice setup. These doors, if you had to pay for them to be put in through a window company who's going to take your old ones out, put the new ones in, and do it to code, you know, you're talking probably $10,000 to $15,000 just for that one set. So something like that, we might ask $5,000 or $6,000 for them at our shop. You know, those prices, I don't know if you think they're high or not, but they're, you know, there's a cost to doing this stuff, this repurposing stuff. You can't give it away for free. There's a cost, a significant labor cost. These are really cool. We'll bring these back. We'll bring those back. There's another little room back in here. HVAC system doesn't look like it's very old, but again, all the outside units are gone. So here's a nice little find. This is about a $700 tankless water heater. They're very expensive and they work really well. I have one on my house. They keep up with the water. You never run out of water. It's really cool. $649 is what that's worth, and we could sell it probably for about $200. So this is another delightful little find we have here in this high rise. So when you look in a room like this and you see something like this, or you see something like this hooked up, I mean, I know what this is and I know it's not worth anything. And this most likely is not worth anything, but you don't know. Something like that, you punch it into eBay and you might find out it's worth $300. You know, same thing. All these little doodads that you find in these utility rooms, some of them, you look them up and somebody's got an old phone system and they need that thing that you got. They're going to be willing to pay the $500 for it because they don't want to change their whole phone system out. So let's look at the view here. So Kenny, our editor, was staying over in those buildings right there. These buildings knocked down that hurricane surge, that what was actually coming in directly off of the Gulf buildings like this and these other buildings in between here and there knock down the surge. But still, those big, gigantic buildings with that much water flowing around them and sloshing back and forth, they could feel it. So if you look out behind there, all that stuff, all the mangroves, they had cars and boats and debris and house roofs and everything you could possibly think of. And look at how well they did cleaning that up. I had somebody ask me online this morning on our YouTube channel. They said, "Hey, what do you think about the mangroves? Did they clean them up?" And I say FEMA I think they did a great job. Now we might have to drone that to just see what's left out there, but for right now, our next video, big video after this one's probably going to be, we're going to go through all the really expensive, fancy areas in Bonita, and we're going to show all the stuff that's been fixed up since the hurricane and what's missing, and we're going to do that here shortly. So, all right, here we go. Drum roll, please. All right, cool. All right, so this is going to go to my house because I'm going to look back at the people that are looking at me from the high rises. Back to this, an old kitchen, nothing we're going to mess with. We won't bring this stove. We will bring the refrigerator, washer and dryer. We'll bring those too. Windows, hurricane doors. Now those hurricane doors are the same. Here's what how you can tell. You see I could see it from across the room. You see this hardware right here? 1970s, 1980s hardware, okay? Super crazy nice couch. 50% chance that'll come with us. No on that. No on this stuff. This 1980s stuff, just not good. This, yes, we'll take that back and sell it. Looking here at this table, you got this Beatles book. Good possibility that's worth 30 bucks on eBay. Books are really nice to sell on eBay because you typically can ship them and they not get damaged. The biggest problem with eBay is when you ship stuff, it gets damaged. So this, I'm always thinking about Angie. So this is that's a find for Angie. She's gonna love that. This is really cool too. This will probably go into one of our Airbnbs, but this is nothing new. This is, I've actually bought these before locally for our Airbnbs. Maybe take the couch, nothing else in here. If you look back in here in this room, somebody started to make some repairs and they decided that, you know, they probably shouldn't. So same thing in here, they started to do some demo and then they stopped. So, and this vanity I think is nice enough that we would bring it back to. I'm gonna have to come back through here and mark everything. All right, on to the next one. So if you think about it, we could walk into one of these and there could be people in here, you know.
Or a body.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to see a body, that's for sure. I don't want that imprinted on my mind. Okay, here's another one of these, and it's an older kitchen cabinet setup. We're definitely not gonna mess with it. Won't mess with that stove. Probably will bring the refrigerator. You've got the same thing here. These are those hurricane windows from the 80s or 90s. So at any rate, so these, we've had them before. They're kind of coastal looking, but we couldn't sell them. So we won't mess with that. Some things you're like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then nothing. So there's a lot of little doohickeys in here that'll sell, but the majority of this stuff will go to the thrift store. We're not going to mess with most of this. That dresser is pretty nice, but it's not new enough for us with the volume of stuff we're getting. Hey, did you see all the fishing rods and stuff in here? More fishing rods for the Airbnbs. Yeah, how you like that? Heck yeah. All right. First impression, no, good, very good. Yeah, this one's a 50-50 chance that we'll take this one apart. All right, so you've got refrigerator, probably the stove. Yes on this, this is coastal, that'll sell. Oh man, I have to get Angie's opinion on that. This I definitely would sell, but this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about how rough the air is. So this is pitting on something that's just, if this was 5-10 miles inland, it wouldn't have that on it. So it just gets ruined from the acidic air. That's a pretty nice piece. That probably would sell. Definitely not. Definitely would sell. No on this stuff in here. Now this is one of these where we'll spend some time in here because most likely there's some stuff that's in here that it has some value that's been hidden. Then again, maybe they already took it with them. All right, so there's really nothing in here that's worth messing with in there. And then in here, oh, look. You know what? I haven't seen one of these in a couple of years. I always think they're cool. But that's a vintage one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we might keep that. That might be worth some bucks on eBay. As things get older and older and older, they become worth more and more and more. So this one's pretty cool, and this one has definitely got the patina and the oldness on it.
Yeah.
And then you got the ukulele here. Is that what this is? Oh, sepio, oh, sepio, oh, sepio. In here, if you look at a hot water heater and it's that color, too old. These are not old at all. Unfortunately, the other parts of them are gone. This is a really cool mirror too. All right, where were we? Oh yeah, come on, let's come in here. All right, I see a briefcase in here. There might be something in that. Oh, look at this. That's got some weight to it. That's for cutting up your fish. Well, let's see if something's in here. Enema lap. So, if you're in need of one of these, give us a call. We'll mail it to you. And here's a little padlock. It's funny, I started my day. Oh, look at there. These are, yeah, we're not going to get into the guy's personal stuff. But these are the old savings books, right? From way back when we were children. Why would you put your enema stuff in a briefcase? Huh? That's a good question. But this is a good find. You know, most of these are really lightweight. And it's made in China, but it's got a very fancy insignia on it. And maybe that doesn't fit in here. Maybe that's not really it. It's got a couple of them in here. A fish scaler. This all got wet. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't see anything in there too exciting. All right. Sepio, here you go. If you want to get an enema, you want to have an enema? Look, it's two of them. You can do one in the morning and one in the afternoon. All right, on to the next one. Anticipation. This corner's been the good corner so far. Let's see what we got going on in here. Oh man, everything's gone. All right. Well, it's been updated at some point in time, but it was updated 15 years ago. And the reason I say that is because of the color of the countertops. The color of countertops today is white, black, or gray, preferably gray. No, this is very good. This is another updated set of sliders, which is very cool. Something we can get some decent amount of money out of. These right here, we'll bring these back as long as they're not plastic, and these are plastic. So all we'll do is we'll take the aluminum off of these and bring them back. So this one, it's not a big fat zero, but it's definitely majority of the stuff's gone. So these windows, you have to be careful with those when we're taking them out. Make sure none of the seals are blown. The shower in here is gone. Somebody kind of scavenged a little bit out of this one. This one would be a good setup, but somebody cut a hole in the side of it, so we won't mess with that. All right, so what floor are we on now?
6.
6, so there's only 7. We got 1 more to go. You guys want some little portable fans?
Yeah, if it's battery operated, I'd carry it with me.
You don't have air conditioning in your car yet.
No. Dude, yeah, obviously that would work.
Absolutely, here.
That's a plan.
All right, cool.
I love these things.
All right, so up to the next floor. All right, anticipation again. This stack on this building has been good to us. So let's see what's going on in this one. All right, I like that. That looks pretty nice. Oh, there's some nice furniture in here.
Very beachy.
Good countertop color. Truly sad. Truly, truly sad. Okay, so this is what I was talking about before. Come over here closely, okay? These are old cabinets that have been faced. So they've got new doors on them. You see how this is right here? So they didn't do the inside of the cabinet. So makes it hard for us to sell. The terrible thing about this one is the roof on this place got damaged too. If you look behind you, look at those doors. So we wouldn't get a complete set anyway. And if you don't get a complete set of kitchen cabinets, it makes it really hard to sell. So the refrigerator will take, the stackable will take. Maybe some of those cabinets in there, they look fairly new. A lot of these things hanging on the wall. This definitely would sell. This has got the right colors. Okay, that's a pretty nice piece of furniture. So if anybody needs a COVID-19 test, just leave it in the comments. We'll mail them to you. Actually, we won't, because this is probably not, it's probably outdated, expired. Oh, this is really nice though. That's nice. That's nice. Hard to sell glass tables though, isn't it?
Yes.
Glass tables are just not in right now. Those stools, definitely a winner. Going to Sarasota, we'll definitely take this. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. And we'll take all of this stuff in here. So look at this. Just from sitting in here next to the ocean, rusting. Probably some roof leakage though. Probably roof leakage. All right. So I don't know about these because they've got damage on the top of them. Now a lot of times when you get into the closets, if there's a lot of shoes, a lot of times the shoes are worth something. If you're doing eBay stuff, that's a good way to make some additional money. This has been updated, but it's not been updated recently. And it's really not something that we'll mess with, especially these shell sinks. We may take this one cabinet, not the toilet. The shower doors, yes, we'll take those. So again, what we're going to have a problem with on this one is we got 100 windows to take out. I got one crew to do this, so I don't know how much of this I can get done before the building's to be torn down. We're about halfway on the Buccaneer, a third of the way on the Buccaneer. Then we're going to do the Dolphin. Then we're coming here. So probably talking about a month. And that's a lot. It's a lot. This is a concrete building. So if you look up here at the top of this building, you see this little thing across the top. That's a tie beam. In the new buildings, this tie beam would extend all the way, and they would make a big, gigantic box around this whole building. So these may be core filled, which makes them in structural integrity wise the same if it was tied together with rebar. But normally you'll see this all the way around the whole building. And that may be why this building is failing and they're trying to tear it down, because it wasn't built that way. And they've learned that the buildings that are built that way, they last. So this is a really cool little setup. Get you a double oven here. You know, this little bit of stuff on it, I don't know. We'd have to test it, make sure it works. Most likely it will. But the roof's failing on this building. So we got the stackable. I missed that before. Let's look in these other bedrooms. I like this. We'll bring this back. We won't bring back the top. Bring in the, we already did that. Oh! So does Jet have a bicycle?
Kenny?
Oh shoot!
Does Jet have a bicycle or not?
No, it's a little big for him.
Let's see, whose car are we gonna hit?
Let's go for mine.
Let's see, we're gonna do 2 points. Tack on it. It's close.
Yeah.
Still missed it. This one, again, we're sad because this happened. We really are. And I've experienced it personally. So, but this one looks like it's a good one. Okay. This is a lot of stuff that's not going to end up going to the dump. So that's a nice table and chairs. The countertop color is the right color. Cabinets, maybe 50-50 chance they're going to make it. Definitely the refrigerator, definitely the stove. That appliance over there, for sure. This, for sure. This will sell. That will sell. That won't sell. Okay, let me tell you why this won't sell. See the grease marks? You learn to look for stuff like that. You see the grease marks on the thing here? So most likely this guy was some bald-headed guy like me, and your sunblock ruins your furniture. So out here, the furniture on the patio, yes, muy bueno. This, these are probably about 10 years old, but they're at the current code. We'll definitely take these. We'll take the window in here. No. But yes on this. Hey, man. All right. So let me ask you this question. What's up with that?
I don't know why. That's the second time I saw that.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think here, Hudson? Come here and give us some of your brains. Why'd you do that?
I have not the faintest clue in the world.
You think it's because they're fat like me and don't want to see themselves?
You know, I was going to ask you if you knew why all the mirrors are covered up besides the vampire thing, because a lot of the units have the mirrors covered up.
I've seen 2 of them.
Yeah.
More than 2? Wait, washer and dryer stackable in here. So they modified their bathroom into laundry room, which is probably not a bad idea. This is a little creepy. Makes me wonder if this place is haunted or something, but pretty far out. So 2 old. Hey, look, man. Anybody want to clean out their vocal cords? All right, so. All right, we're marching along. We're down to the last couple more. And what we got here, right here? What is this?
You know what that is? That's when you find something good.
And we keep that with us all the time. Those are cool. Those look like they should go home with Jet.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, so what about this? Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah.
We'll take that to Sarasota. I don't know about the beds though.
I mean, they're matching. There's 2 of them.
Here's something we've been hearing a lot about on the YouTube is people talking about the e-waste and how much money's in it. Those little memory cards in there, like a pound, like $40. Yeah, but do you know how many computers you got to take them out of? I used to get a lot of computers when we were in South Carolina because they were closing down them big towers. Everybody's going out of business. And like the Bank of America tower, I'd go up, I would clean out the whole 45th floor, 10,000, 15,000 square foot, completely full, chock to the rim, not an extra square inch in the whole place. And we take all of it. It's weird in those buildings, you go down inside of them with your truck, big gigantic trucks, and park at a dock. You had to schedule. To do it, and we'd be there for days.
Wow.
And I would sell that stuff like crazy in that marketplace. Here, selling office furniture, everything's too small, and the office furniture's huge. Let's mess with Sepio. Let me try. Hey.
He thought it was a snake.
He's telling me something. Yeah.
Did you get him?
Yeah, I got it.
Let me ask you this, Dave. With your guys, with all this stuff, being no elevator and stuff, do they start at the top and work their way down? Like, what's the best procedure for your guys to do something at this level with this much heavy stuff at the top floors?
I wish I had an answer. We were talking about getting a lull. Here's what happens from an owner standpoint. Okay, let's say I get a lull, okay? Now, what are people doing to load the lull? What are they doing? You're right at the edge of the building, and what are you doing?
Stepping over.
Leaning over.
You're leaning over, right? What happens when you lean over?
You fall.
You could. And we don't ever want to take a chance of somebody getting hurt. So then the answer to that is to put a lull up here and take the rail down. Well, now you got no rail. You know, somebody's backing up with something, you know, and they're expecting to run into the rail's not there, and then they fall off. So we don't want to take those chances. So how will we do this? We'll do it the way we do stuff. We're brute force guys. We do things by brute force. We will just what we'll do is we'll find times when anytime there's somebody slow or a job ending early in the day, he'll send them here. He'll say, go to the 6th floor and bring everything down. So, and then they're only getting 2 hours of it. They're not getting 5 hours of it or 10 hours of it. And then a lot of these guys, you know, they're young, you know, running up and down the steps sucks, but they can do it with no problem. And they're healthy because they do demo work every day. So a lot of nice stuff in this one. I miss those lamps. I think those are a very good thing. Hey, which table and chairs was your mom interested in? All right, so here we go. I'm kind of excited about this one too. What the heck is that?
Ice box.
Oh, I see. I thought it was some sort of nautical thing. Pretty cool. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. And it has Margaritaville on it, so you know that's expensive. Does it have a cord? What is that?
It's a margarita maker.
A margarita maker.
Somewhere between $300 to $500.
Okay.
When they first came out.
All right, let's put this in the hall and have Sepio take that. I'll have Angie put that on eBay. Ooh, look at this. Heck yeah. I get so excited. I'll tell you what, that's the best part of this whole thing. Okay, brown, no. Mirror, muy bueno. Stove, yeah, we'll get that. We'll get the microwave. There's some nice glasses and stuff in here. That's a really nice faucet. This, a no bueno, can't sell them. A lot of cool things in here. What I'm always looking for my personal house is these shelves, because we have decorated our yard with nothing but shelves. So we collect them from all these different places, and we take them and we put them in our yard like a bunch of weirdos. And then look at that right there, that's really cool. We're gonna keep that. So look at this is like a rocking chair. That's good, so that means there's probably a matching set to this. Those look pretty nice. These? Man, I don't think I could sell it. No. This either, I don't think I could sell it either. We just haven't had a lot of luck with this kind of wicker, have we?
No.
No, same thing with this. This is really cool. The one upstairs is blue. Yeah, that's cool, but not this. This won't sell. Here you go. So this right here, now that we see where the chase is, I'll have somebody hit these on every floor. And they'll slice it here, slice it there, throw it off the side. We'll section off a place that nobody used to walk down there so we can throw things into it. And we'll take that back and we'll scrap it at the yard. With all that gunk on it though, it's all gonna be number 2. This is really sad because this is nice furniture and it's ruined. And it's just ruined by the salt air. Okay, right up there, you see that cross there? That would be the lintel that carries the weight for the window. But it doesn't have, on each end, it doesn't have a continuation of that, which means that maybe this building was built to a different code and it doesn't have the tie beams, or if the tie beams were built inside of those cinder blocks. We'll definitely take this in here. That's a good one, and that's pretty much it for this room. All right, so in here, same thing with this. The HVAC system on this is not very old. But again, we don't have the outside units. We'll take the hot water heater. We'll take this. This is a pretty nice top. At the bare minimum, we're taking just the top, but I think we'll also take the vanity. We're going to take all this stuff to Sarasota, so I'm probably going to take as much of it as I can. Maybe we'll make 2 loads up there. 2 loads of a 24-foot long box truck will be a lot of stuff. Probably also take all the little stuff and have a little kind of a yard sale thing up there for a while until we get rolling. It'll just help us knock off the overhead while we start something new. All right, again, first impressions. First impressions is this is the muy bueno. I like the colors. There's a nice little Sanibel Island picture back here. This is their go to the beach closet, so we're gonna get some umbrellas and some beach chairs out of that. I like the colors on these pictures. Back to the same thing in here. We're gonna end up with the windows. Cabinets are too old. That's a very nice and not very old dryer. We'll take the refrigerator, washer and dryer, and then here, this thing here, really cool, kind of coastal. Probably gonna take it. This right here is China. You can sell this stuff on eBay for sure. The problem is getting it delivered in such a manner that it's not broken. So this probably $200-300 bucks, but it takes a lot of effort to get your $200-300 bucks. Okay, let's go back out here first. This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll take that. This is either Airbnb booty, unless Angie likes it and wants to keep it for our house. So most of our house is decorated from all these different things that we do. So this is kind of tired looking, so we won't mess with that. Probably won't mess with anything in this room. It's just not new enough. And then even this, the glue, the way the glue is dried out on it makes it look bad. Let's look at the bathroom. All right, these are old. These are cool. These things like this, we provide these in our Airbnbs and people really appreciate that. So we'll wash these up and probably use them for that. I don't know whether it'll get used or not, but good possibility. Got me a little fish. Patio furniture we'll bring. This stuff's too old. It's like 1980s, 1990s, just not something that people are looking for anymore. Now let's talk about Fort Myers Beach and how we love Fort Myers Beach. Here's what we don't love about Fort Myers Beach. You see this mucky stuff going around all around here? Okay? I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure. So the Caloosahatchee, which is that way about 2-3 miles, is releasing water from the Lake Okeechobee, which is probably overflowing because we've been getting a lot of rain. So what's happening is you can see what happens to the water. Check this out. You can see it. That's the crap we got to deal with because Lake Okeechobee gets so full. But the thing that sucks is that the water's always dirty and it doesn't need to be. It's not necessary. We need to do something about it. So if you look all the way down the beach here, the beaches are all cleaned up. If you look all the way around this whole place, we just did a drone video on this whole island. It looks good. We're getting there. Now, if you come over here, this was the Newton Park, and Newton Park had somebody donated a house and they put restroom facilities and stuff in it, and it's all gone now. So this is a nice little park right here. But next to that house over there, there was a house, and that house was probably a frame house, or it was a house that was built to the codes that didn't take into account hurricanes. So all these buildings right here, they all made it right through the hurricane with no problem. So this one right here was definitely built to hurricane codes. You can see how tall it is, and that's a nice little house. It's not a really big house. These over here, same thing. They would have been impacted on their first floor, so they would have gotten hit in the sense that their garage doors would have been gone. The knockout walls that are designed to fall down when you get something pounding on your building happen. So this over here is probably one they're just finishing up, that's brand new. So that's the new code right there. That's what they want you to build. That is highly likely a frame building, because the frame buildings go up faster than the concrete CMU buildings. Built to the current code, they're going to handle it no problem. They put these hurricane straps on it. It's no problem. That building will take a hurricane in a big way. And we get to have 10 foot of water before it's impacting and pushing on the building, the structure itself. So all the frame ones, all the ones built before the hurricane rules were put into place that were just built at the minimums, they didn't make it. They got beat up too bad, and they just weren't cost effective to repair. We have some amazing finds here. This was a really good one. We're gonna make sure that a lot of this stuff gets repurposed and put back out into the community. We're gonna try to minimize what goes to the dump. And we're gonna tear this one down starting in about a month or so. We're gonna have to get all the windows and everything out of that. Plus we got the Dolphin and the Buccaneer to finish up. It's Remove It Pro's Demolition. Hit that subscribe button. Dave Lockwood, see you again on the next video. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe and leave us a like. I will see you on the next video.